I wrote to dafooq to find out what will happen with the future of our community. It's no secret to anyone that the Door Closer channel is very closely connected to dafooq. As I already mentioned, a full-fledged series called Human Being appeared on the Door Closer channel. This is a full-fledged series with its own episodes and seasons. Currently, 4 episodes are available on the channel, and there are 4 episodes in one season. Today, we'll return to the vibe of 2023. As everything starts from the beginning and before our eyes, a masterpiece appears again. Today's video will have a lot of secret details and Easter eggs, so I'll ask you to subscribe to the channel and hit like if you haven't already done so. Well then, let's begin. If some people still have doubts about whether dafooq is very closely connected to the Door Closer channel, then I recommend familiarizing yourself with some facts. First, the Door Closer channel is Alexei's first channel. The channel was created in 2012, while the dafooq channel was created 4 years later in 2016. If you look at the first videos, we'll see an identical dafooq style. I mean animations based on GTA San Andreas. This isn't just a similar style, it's literally the same way of working with the camera, the same shooting angles, the same dynamics of character movements. Also, immediately noticeable is that the very first videos on the channel were hidden, as videos are available from 2020. And of course, I won't believe that nothing was published on the channel for 8 years. What happened to these videos? Were they deleted due to copyright? Or was there information that Alexei didn't want to show to the general public? Now, the very first video there is about Big Smoke. But this animation was taken from the dafooq channel and was simply voiced over. If you look at the description, you can see proof. There's a direct link to the original video. Second, the theory that this channel belongs to Alexei or his close friend is not just a rumor, but already a fact. Look at the description of this channel. There's already an obvious hint. Who do you think I am? By the way, in the PC version, the description is changed to SFM Animator, aka PowerCat. The name PowerCat is one of his nicknames that he used in early projects, even before creating the dafooq channel. Also, look at his social media. Look at this hyperlink. Doesn't it remind you of anything? The word legit is only used by dafooq in his official social media. This is his characteristic way of confirming the official status of accounts. In addition, he recently created a Twitter account for the Door Closer channel. And there, you could notice the same location that dafooq had on Twitter. Coincidence? Unlikely. Third, haven't you noticed that fan-made creators can't create a 100% model of the secret agent? According to rumors, only dafooq has the original model. The original has 12 white stripes on the tie and 13 black lines. And a video recently came out on the Door Closer channel with this model, and the tie matched perfectly. This is an incredibly important detail because the secret agent model was never released publicly. Fan-made creators tried to recreate it from frames in episodes, but the number of stripes always differed. Here's another proof that the Door Closer channel is connected to dafooq. If we look at his second-to-last short called Me and Bro Be Like Two. To understand what's happening here, you need to know that recently a journalist named Steven Asarch interviewed Adam Goodman, the head of the company, and then dafooq, that is, Alexei Gerasimov. There's a small fragment on the internet. You can watch it. Then Steven had to delete some moments from the interview, and we know the reason. Okay, so what is dafooq's secret message in this video? If you watch the animation, it shows a group call between 2 men. Their lips are moving, but we don't hear the dialogue. The sounds are absurd and have no hidden meaning, but the whole essence is in the decryption of this video. This short was made based on the recent interview. The journalist Steven is this character named Pillow, Adam is Ballo, and Mardo is dafooq. And now that we know the context and real names, let's look at the subtitles. Hey Ballo, how are you doing? I'm great. Also, Mardo and I are best friends now. Stop. He's lying. This is not the full picture. He betrayed and used me. He's not
a good man.
Never believe what he says. I thought we were friends, Mardo. You will regret this. You will regret this, Boom. As we can see, after the interview took place, Steven not only deleted some parts, but dafooq also received threats. After all, as we can see, the animation showed that Ballo even came to his home, and then an explosion occurred. I don't even know what to say. I simply have no words. I'm just amazed that dafooq hasn't gone crazy yet after so many events. Also, it's very strange that an essentially abandoned channel started actively operating immediately after the crisis around Skibidi Toilet, starting in September. After the conflict with the company flared up, after Dafooq lost control of his channel, the old door closer channel suddenly came to life. Coincidence? I don't think so. In general, I have many more arguments, but it would be better if Dafooq himself answers us. I wrote to him about the new series, and if he answers, then everything will fall into place. Okay, let's move on to the presumed series from Dafooq. The first episode begins with G-Man turning on the front camera and recording a short fragment. In the background, we hear a conversation in Russian. Searching on the internet, I noticed this is a fragment from an old meme where an inadequate student provokes a teacher. After that, Metro cops, that is, police, chase the civilian. Interestingly, Alexei chose this particular meme. It was popular on the Russian-speaking internet around 2018 to 2019. Another piece of evidence in the form of a hint that the author of the series is Russian-speaking. After this, G-Man begins a monologue. I feel happy. I feel healthy. I'm a human being. And this phrase was taken from a viral video where a strange guy from 2024 has been saying this phrase in different locations for 2 years. This is a real video that has gained millions of views. The man in the video looks unnatural. His smile is too wide, his eyes too empty. He repeats these words again and again, as if trying to convince himself of something. This is exactly the feeling Dafooq conveyed through G-Man. The first episode ends with this civilian being caught and beaten. In the second episode, we see that civilian, but already without clothes, as G-Man took the clothes for himself. But there's an important detail here. G-Man doesn't kill people for pleasure. He kills them, to become human. When the camera approaches G-Man's face, his face distorts. The same trick could be noticed in Skibidi Toilet, namely the moment with the secret agent. And this is another proof of Alexei's handwriting, that is, Dafooq's. This face distortion effect is his signature technique, which he used in early episodes of Skibidi Toilet to create a creepy atmosphere. But there's another theory. What if the face distortion isn't just a visual effect, but a hint that G-Man can't fully imitate a human? That his mask of humanity begins to crumble upon close examination. Next, the same monologue with the same words.
I feel happy. I feel healthy. I'm a human being.
But now the voice becomes robotic in moments. Did you notice? The more G-Man tries to become human, the more robotic his voice becomes. This is a paradox. He tries to imitate humanity, but loses its remnants in the process. Seeing G-Man, the police want to arrest him too. And when one of them hits him, we notice that G-Man doesn't react to the blow at all, as if the blow happened against metal. The sound of the blow, a characteristic metallic clang. This is direct confirmation that G-Man is not human. But what is he then? A robot? An android? Or something more mystical? The third episode begins with G-Man dressed as those Metro cops. The face still distorts when the camera approaches. We notice that G-Man is not only in new clothes, but also armed. And behind him we see the consequences. Most likely, this is all his doing. The destruction becomes larger with each episode. But in the center, we see a toilet, which is very suspiciously standing at the epicenter of events. The toilet is completely untouched. And personally, I don't know how it can be connected to the plot. If you have theories, you can write them in the comments. It'll be interesting to read. Here's my theory. What if Human Being is a prequel to Skibidi Toilet? What if G-Man is a prototype of the technology that later created the Skibidi Toilets? Think about it, a creature that tries to become human but fails. Technology that imitates life but cannot achieve it. Doesn't this resemble the concept of Skibidi Toilets? Mechanisms with heads that imitate human behavior? The toilet, in the center of the destruction, could be the point of origin. Perhaps this is where the infection began. In general, you can build a billion theories here. I'm waiting for yours in the comments. Then he repeats his monologue. After this, a helicopter flies to him. Reinforcements from the Metro cops. The helicopter aims at G-Man and blows up everything in its path. But in episode 4, we see that even heavy projectiles cannot destroy G-Man. As we see, the city is destroyed. The face still distorts. He's already without clothes, apparently lost them due to explosions. He repeats his phrase, but now with a different voice, more robotic and with more bass. Then a civilian comes to this place, and hearing G-Man's phrase, I feel happy, I feel healthy, I'm a human being. He says, you sure about that? This is another meme phrase from the internet.
You sure about that?
When G-Man hears this, his smile disappears from his face and passive aggression appears. He instantly teleports to him and eliminates this civilian. This is where the first season ends. Considering the previous episodes, we can say that most likely, episode 5 will begin with the moment when G-Man changes into this civilian's clothes. What do you think? In my opinion, if this is definitely Dafook, then the series will turn out very interesting, because there are already a lot of interesting details. We have a character in the form of G-Man who wants to become human. In each recording, he convinces himself of this. You can see that he really wants to become human, but he can't do it. I think this series has a big future. So personally, I'll continue to follow this series and advise other analysts to do the same. Super Cameraman was on the line. See you very soon. Bye, everyone.